tofu.
Hey guys, Koopa Koopa here for an actual seasonal Fools Festival match, and I'm actually going to start this up right away when I'm explaining everything, because this is a really long match. So if you want to get some food, or if you're about to have dinner or something, you should probably do that right now. Anyway, as you can tell, all the sprites look like they're crappily drawn by some like 2-year-old or something, which is most of them. There are a few that are like awesome creepy animated ones like Celebi if we ever see that one in a replay. But yeah, this is kind of like, it's basically just a random battle where you just get random Pokemon in with decent movesets. But as you can see, it's not normal. There's infinite rain, and yeah, if you see once in a while it popped up, you can barely see it because it's moving by so quickly. What the text says is, "LOL trolled, I changed your move type." Yeah, so basically it just changes whatever move type it is. So if you use Thunder Wave like I did right there, it could have changed it to anything. It could have been grass, it could have been dragon or something. Same with Flamethrower or any type of attack, any type of move really. So that gets really annoying, as you see here. Like right now I'm making pretty good progress. I 1-hit KO, I've got 3 times special attack. I'm taking out... He heals his coughing, whatever. I take out his Meganium. And then here is where it gets long. This is very stupid on my part. I go for another nasty plot, just for the heck of it, and he just happens to have the clear smog, which gets rid of all those nasty plots, and I'm still getting hurt by burn. So that's kind of annoying, but oh well, it happens. Anyway, like I was saying, this is just for the fun of it, really. I don't know who came up with it, but this is a really amazing idea. I applaud whoever made all these sprites and came up with this type. And as you can see, whenever a coughing came out, he would get the the speed lower and the defense raises, which is what makes coughing probably one of the best Pokemon in this tier, actually. And there's a few Pokemon who also get those stat boosts, but anyway, also the fire type. As you can see, there's still a fair amount of grass types in it, since it's still kind of a spring thing, but annoyingly enough, even though my Rotom has... I love that. Pay no attention to what's behind the sign. Even though my Rotom has overheat, that's only does only half damage because of the rain, which is really annoying. But yeah, I just love the substitute. That was really creative. But yeah, I really wish this would go a little bit faster. Just warning you, we are almost 3 minutes in. We're in turn 21, and I believe this battle took 71 turns. So we're less than a third of the way through it. Anyway, I'm just trying to whittle down this coughing with all these bullet seeds while he gets paralyzed, and he recovers it back with his leftover and stuff. But oh, another thing I should mention. A lot of Pokemon on here have the ability, not Imposter, Illusion, Zoroark's ability. So it'll come out looking like a different Pokemon. Just giving you a heads up like that. So even if it looks like one thing, it could just be a different Pokemon in disguise. Which usually doesn't matter that much since there's a lot of grass types anyway, but oh well. And again, he sends out this coughing, and it's just super annoying. And he has a freaking Arceus on his team. Grass type, of course, but you can see how annoying he gets later. I just get really lucky with this match, but oh, truthfully, I'm starting to regret narrating this, but it was a really long battle, and I'm kind of proud of it, so I guess we'll just get through it. Anyway, I'm slowly zapping him with Leech Seed, which is where he changes, or switches, into his Torterra. So yeah, he's hit empowering me, and I just go for another Bolt Seed, doing nothing. And there's the first illusion for the match. His Shifty was disguised as a Torterra, so didn't really change it a lot, the typing, but oh well. And there's my illusion where I was actually using a Breloom, which is super effective. Yeah. But I actually... Oh, it did change my move type, but it was still super effective, oddly enough. But this Breloom was actually a decent Pokemon, except for the fact I don't think I survived very long. But yeah, this coughing, I mean, oh my gosh. And with the leftovers, I wish I had someone with knockoff or Psychic or something. I want my Thundurus back. But not that's not happening, I guess. Anyway, my Breloom gets down, and I'm still basically winning. Since I have 4 Pokemon, he's down to 3, but one of them is a coughing, which is OP for this tier especially, which is like the only tier it's OP in, ironically. But anyway, I used Return just weak from Carnivine. Oh no, it was my Carnivine. Dang it. Never mind. But you see, I put him to sleep, which I don't know how much this really matters. Really, I have nothing very strong right now. My Rotom right now would be able to destroy everything if it wasn't for the rain. But, you know, this stuff happens. Anyway, my Cacturne disguises itself as... what was that, Jumpluff? I think it was? I really don't remember, I was just kind of talking there, but... we're making a little bit of progress. I make a dumb play right here. I Sucker Punch. I really should have just switched, since it was like the only one of my Pokemon that was doing a fair amount of damage to that Torterra. But I sent out my Carnivine, who's basically dead right here, go for a return. And then he starts being a jerk right here, where he gets to use Synthesis, which usually it heals, of course, by... what was it? It heals by half health, obviously, but because of rain, it only goes down to 1/4, which I'm very happy for, but I'm getting taken out just from the poison damage. Oh, excuse me. And he just barely survives with that stinking... Synthesis. See, Overheat. Super effective, and it only did 39%. Anyway, what did I use? Oh, I used Trick right here, and I actually get the Burn Orb. Which is kind of funny, I was holding a Burn Orb for whatever reason, but... I don't know, it cut his attack in half, so I'm happy with that. And his Torterra is kind of ruined right now, so he doesn't have much left. He is hurting my Rotom Heat right now, which I still really need to take out the other two. But I finished him off with the Overheat, so that's not too much of a trouble. We are 2/3 of the way there, so just hang with me for a little bit longer. His Arceus Grass, which is probably... well, that and the Coughing are his 2 MVPs, and he is the Recover, of course. But I get Volt Switch, it changes once for usefully, and then I get it to a different type. I don't know what it was, but it's super effective anyway. And right here, yeah, I don't know. I've got my Jumpluff, Sleep Powder setting up. I do Leech Seed whenever since I was coughing. And then I'm just Volt Switching and U-turning and overheating as much as I can. So, at this point, I have more than one time throughout this match, I was seriously considering just forfeiting. Just how it is so long. I don't even remember. This is at least half an hour match, probably longer, just based on the turns and stuff. But of course he has Pain Split and Leftovers, so he is recovering HP just crazily and just switching between these two guys. But that's what I'm doing too. And I really am. I'm so pissed off right now, mostly because of the recover more than anything else. That and the Pain Splits, leftover things. But yeah, this is why these battles are so stally. Even more than the other ones where like every Pokemon was grass. These are, oh my gosh, crazy. Crazy, man! Anyway, I get a Volt Switch, a critical hit. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. He can just recover it, sorry. Just like he does right there. I predict the switch into Coughing, because he thinks I'm going to Sleep Powder again, but I do it twice. I don't know why. I just kind of wanted to end right now. I don't think I really cared who won, but I wanted to finish it. And I also have Synthesis, so I get to do the same kind of shenanigans. Except for, yeah, of course, it still only does 25%. So I put him to sleep right here, and yeah, we're getting close to... I think we're getting kind of close. Anyway, U-turn, and he changes my type, so it's not very effective again. That's probably the biggest biggest annoyance, more than him recovering and pain splitting and stuff, is I'm changing my move types to things that aren't very effective. But luckily, I also have the pain split. So that's how this works. Arceus is healing with the recover, and I get a critical and he goes down! Yes! Sorry. Anyway, what was happening was Arceus recovering and me pain splitting, coughing pain splitting, and him getting healed by leftovers. But at that point, I was just so relieved that I finally knocked down the Arceus. And now, I can finally put out the Leech Seed, which he can't get rid of anymore. now that he can't switch. Now he's getting down by 6% every turn. And now I just have to whittle him down with my U-turns and overheats and stuff. The problem is that that he still has paint split, so even as I'm gaining HP from him, he can copy it off me, but I get a critical hit, and my move type gets changed, so I'm not fire type, so I'm not cut in half by power in the rain. I get a critical hit, I knock out that annoying coughing, and I finally win after, let me check, after 71 turns, just like I said before. But I'm pretty sure that was my longest battle ever. And definitely one of my most frustrating, not because I was being beaten by a good player, but per se, but just because it took so long and there was absolutely no progress until the very end there for a good 30 turns. But man. Anyway, tell me what you think of that episode. I only see like 2 more of these Seasonal Fools Festival coming up right here, but this was actually one of my favorites of the seasonal ones. Pokemon Showdown comes up with them once in a while. I think there's actually one for June right now, or July, that I haven't really looked at, but it's really interesting, and if you guys have never played Pokemon Showdown, then you should definitely check it out. And as I've said in a previous episode, I think you can just PM me with my username, Tempera Scale. There's an apostrophe there. And wow, this is 11.5 minutes right now, so I'm just going to cut it relatively short. I had more to say, but I'll just cut it short right here. Tell me what you think. Please like it. This was a pain for me, even though I kind of don't like to say that, but thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.